2 and 1, number 21.
B. 1 and 5, 15. N. All the threes, 33. I. 2 and 8, 28. I. 2 and 6, 26. G. 4 and 6, 46. B. On its own, 6. N. 3 and 2, 32. I. 1 and 7, 17. B. On its own, 7. G. 6 and 0, 60. N. 3 and 8, 38. N. All the fours, 44.
Bingo!
Anyone else? Nice one! Eyes down for a blackout. N. 3 and 4, 34. G. All the fives, 55. G. 4 and 9, 49. O. 7 and 2, 72.
Bingo!
Any others? Well done! And that's the end of the game. More bingo coming up soon. It's time for some bingo. We're playing American Bingo. Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck. Our first number is I. 1 and 7, 17. I. 2 and 9, 29. G. 5 and 9, 59. N. 3 and 4, 34. G. 5 and 3, 53. B. On its own, 7. O. 6 and 9, 69. O. 6 and 4, 64. I. 2 and 3, 23. B. 1 and 3, 13. N. 4 and 0, 40. G. 5 and 8, 58. I. 3 and 0, 30. O. 7 and 5, 75. N. 3 and 6, 36. G. 4 and 6, 46. O. 6 and 8, 68. B. On its own, 1.
Lina!
Any others? Bravo! Eyes down for the pattern, and then a blackout. N. 4 and 2, 42. B. On its own, 8. O. 6 and 2, 62. I. 1 and 8, 18. G. 4 and 7, 47. G. 6 and 0, 60. I. 1 and 6, 16. G. All the fives, 55. O. 7 and 4, 74. N. All the fours, 44. B. On its own, 4. I. 2 and 6, 26. B. On its own, 2. G. 5 and 1, 51. N. 3 and 2, 32. N. 3 and 5, 35. B. On its own, 5. N. 4 and 5, 45. N. 3 and 1, 31. B. 1 and 2, 12. B. All the ones, 11. B. On its own, 3.
Bingo!
Any others? Phenomenal! Eyes down for a blackout. G. 4 and 9, 49. I. 2 and 0, 20. O. 6 and 1, 61. O. 6 and 5, 65. I. 2 and 8, 28. N. 4 and 1, 41. O. 7 and 2, 72. B. 1 and 4, 14. G. 4 and 8, 48. I. 2 and 4, 24. N. 3 and 7, 37. N. 3 and 9, 39. I. All the twos, 22. N. All the threes, 33. N. 4 and 3, 43. O. 7 and 3, 73. B. On its own, 6.
Bingo!
Anybody else? Well done! And that's the end of the game. More bingo coming up soon. Ready for some bingo? Here we go with American Bingo. Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck! Our first number is G. 6 and 0, 60. N. 3 and 4, 34. I. 2 and 3, 23. N. 4 and 5, 45. N. 3 and 9, 39. I. 2 and 5, 25. G. 5 and 0, 50. G. 5 and 2, 52. G. 5 and 1, 51. N. All the threes, 33. B. On its own, 1. O. 6 and 4, 64. N. 3 and 1, 31. O. 7 and 5, 75. I. All the twos, 22. I. 2 and 6, 26. O. 7 and 0, 70. B. On its own, 2.
Bingo!
Anybody else? Great! Eyes down for the pattern, and then a blackout. G. 5 and 8, 58. I. 2 and 0, 20. I. 1 and 9, 19. O. 6 and 2, 62. N. 4 and 0, 40. I. 2 and 8, 28. O. 6 and 3, 63. G. 5 and 4, 54. N. 3 and 8, 38. I. 2 and 4, 24. B. On its own, 8. B. On its own, 3. N. 3 and 7, 37. N. All the fours, 44. B. On its own, 9. N. 3 and 2, 32. B. 1 and 5, 15. B. On its own, 7. I. 1 and 7, 17. O. 7 and 3, 73. B. All the ones, 11. G. 5 and 7, 57. G. 4 and 8, 48. O. 6 and 5, 65. N. 3 and 5, 35. I. 1 and 6, 16. G. 4 and 7, 47. G. 5 and 3, 53. N. 4 and 3, 43. O. 7 and 4, 74. G. 5 and 9, 59. I. 3 and 0, 30. G. 5 and 6, 56. B. On its own, 4. I. 2 and 9, 29. O. 6 and 9, 69. O. All the sixes, 66. B. On its own, 5.
Bingo!
Anyone else?
Bingo!
Phenomenal. Terrific. Eyes down for a blackout. N. 4 and 1, 41. O. 6 and 1, 61. B. 1 and 4, 14. O. 7 and 2, 72. I. 2 and 1, 21. O. 7 and 1, 71. N. 3 and 6, 36. N. 4 and 2, 42. G. All the fives, 55. G. 4 and 6, 46. G. 4 and 9, 49. O. 6 and 7, 67. B. 1 and 3, 13.
Bingo!
Any others?
Bingo!
Bingo! Congratulations! Congratulations! Well done! Thanks for playing! There's more bingo on the way soon!
Bingo! 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 Line! Line! House! House!
Bingo!
Bingo! Bingo!
Bingo! Time for another round of bingo. For this round, it's American Bingo. Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck. Our first number is I, 2 and 0, 20. O, all the sixes, 66. G, 4 and 8, 48. G, all the fives, 55. N, 3 and 5, 35. B, on its own, 7. N, 4 and 1, 41. I, 1 and 9, 19. O, 7 and 2, 72. N, 3 and 1, 31. G, 5 and 7, 57. O, 7 and 5, 75. I, all the twos, 22. B, on its own, 4. N, 3 and 4, 34. G, 5 and 6, 56. I, 3 and 0, 30. N, all the threes, 33. I, 2 and 3, 23. G, 5 and 8, 58. I, 2 and 7, 27. N, 4 and 2, 42. G, 4 and 6, 46. N, all the fours, 44.
Bingo! Line!
Anybody else? Super duper! Terrific! Eyes down for the pattern, and then a blackout. B, on its own, 9. I, 1 and 6, 16. I, 2 and 9, 29. N, 3 and 7, 37. G, 5 and 0, 50. B, on its own, 6. B, 1 and 4, 14. N, 4 and 5, 45. G, 5 and 1, 51. O, 7 and 0, 70. B, 1 and 2, 12. G, 4 and 9, 49. O, 6 and 7, 67. O, 6 and 4, 64. G, 6 and 0, 60. N, 4 and 3, 43. N, 3 and 2, 32. B, 1 and 5, 15. B, on its own,
Bingo!
3. Anyone else? Hear, hear. Eyes down for a blackout. O, 7 and 3, 73. O, 6 and 2, 62. O, 7 and 4, 74. B, on its own, 1. B, 1 and 3, 13. N, 3 and 8, 38. G, 5 and 3, 53. G, 5 and 2, 52. O, 6 and 5, 65. B, 1 and 0, 10. I, 2 and 6, 26. I, 1 and 8, 18. I, 2 and 8, 28. B, on its own, 5. O, 6 and 3, 63. I, 2 and 1, 21. G, 5 and 4, 54. O, 6 and 1, 61. N, 3 and 6, 36. G, 4 and 7, 47. N, 3 and 9, 39. O, 7 and 1, 71. N, 4 and 0, 40. G, 5 and 9, 59.
Bingo!
Anybody else? Well done! That's the end of the game! Stay tuned for our next game soon! Time for another round of bingo! For this round, it's American Bingo! Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck! Our first number is B, 1 and 5, 15. G, 5 and 0, 50. G, 5 and 6, 56. G, 5 and 3, 53. I, 2 and 5, 25. G, 5 and 7, 57. B, on its own, 5. B, 1 and 4, 14. N, 3 and 5, 35. N, 4 and 5, 45. I, 2 and 0, 20. B, on its own, 2. N, all the 4s, 44. N, 3 and 8, 38. I, 1 and 6, 16. B, on its own, 4. N, 3 and 1, 31. I, 3 and 0, 30. N, 3 and 6, 36.
Bingo!
Anybody else? Hear, hear. Eyes down for the pattern and then a blackout. G, 5 and 1, 51. N, 3 and 7, 37. O, 7 and 1, 71. B, 1 and 0, 10. N, 4 and 2, 42. B, on its own, 1. O, 6 and 8, 68. B, on its own, 3. G, 5 and 9, 59. I, 2 and 3, 23. B, on its own, 7. I, all the 2s, 22. O, 7 and 3, 73. I, 2 and 4, 24. G, 5 and 4, 54.
Bingo!
Anyone else? Way to go! Eyes down for a blackout. N, all the 3s, 33. O, 7 and 4, 74. N, 4 and 3, 43. N, 3 and 9, 39. B, 1 and 2, 12. O, 7 and 5, 75. O, 6 and 7, 67. G, 6 and 0, 60. G, 4 and 7, 47. O, 6 and 2, 62. G, 4 and 9, 49. O, 6 and 5, 65. B, all the 1s, 11. O, 6 and 9, 69. N, 3 and 4, 34. G, 5 and 8, 58. I, 1 and 7, 17. B, 1 and 3, 13. O, 7 and 2, 72. I, 1 and 9, 19. B, on its own, 6. N, 4 and 0, 40. B, on its own, 8. O, 6 and 4, 64. I, 2 and 9, 29. N, 4 and 1, 41. O, 7 and 0, 70. I, 2 and 6, 26. I, 2 and 8, 28. I, 2 and 1, 21. I, 2 and 7, 27. O, 6 and 1, 61. O, 6 and 3, 63. O, all the sixes.
Bingo!
66. Anyone else? Congratulations! And that's the end of the game. More bingo coming up soon.
Bingo!
Time for another round of bingo. For this round, it's American Bingo. Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck. Our first number is B, on its own, 9. O, 7 and 0, 70. G, 5 and 1, 51. B, on its own, 6. N, 4 and 5, 45. B, on its own, 2. B, 1 and 3, 13. G, 5 and 3, 53. O, all the sixes, 66. N, 3 and 9, 39. G, 5 and 9, 59. N, 3 and 6, 36. I, 2 and 3, 23. N, 3 and 8, 38. I, 2 and 4, 24. I, 2 and 5, 25. O, 7 and 1, 71. N, 3 and 4, 34. I, 2 and 1, 21. G, 4 and 8, 48. B, 1 and 4, 14. G, 4 and 6, 46. N, 3 and 1, 31. N, 3 and 5, 35. Anybody else?
Bingo!
Bingo!
Terrific! Super job! Eyes down for the pattern and then a blackout. G, 5 and 8, 58. O, 7 and 4, 74. B, on its own, 4. N, 3 and 7, 37. O, 6 and 4, 64. O, 7 and 2, 72. O, 7 and 5, 75. O, 6 and 9, 69. N, 4 and 1, 41. I, 3 and 0, 30. B, 1 and 2, 12. I, 1 and 8, 18. B, on its own, 3. G, 5 and 7, 57. B, 1 and 5, 15. B, 1 and 0, 10. O, 6 and 3, 63. B, all the ones, 11. N, all the threes, 33. G, 5 and 6, 56. N, 4 and 0, 40. O, 6 and 1, 61. O, 6 and 5, 65. G, 4 and 7, 47. G, 5 and 4, 54. I, 1 and 9, 19. I, 2 and 9, 29. B, on its own, 8. O, 6 and 7, 67. O, 6 and 8, 68. G, 5 and 0, 50. N, all the fours, 44. I, 2 and 8, 28. O, 7 and 3, 73. O, 6 and 2, 62. N, 4 and 3, 43. I, 1 and 6, 16.
Bingo!
Anyone else? Super duper! Good show! Super job! Super job! Eyes down for a blackout. I, all the twos, 22. N, 3 and 2, 32. B, on its own, 1.
Bingo!
Anybody else? Well done! That's the end of the game! Stay tuned for our next game soon! Time for another round of bingo! For this round, it's American Bingo! Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck! Our first number is B, 1 and 5, 15. I, 1 and 8, 18. I, 1 and 6, 16. G, 5 and 7, 57. O, 6 and 9, 69. O, 6 and 4, 64. G, all the fives, 55. I, all the twos, 22. G, 5 and 6, 56. G, 5 and 0, 50. B, on its own, 9. I, 2 and 1, 21. N, 3 and 9, 39. O, 6 and 8, 68.
Bingo!
Any others? Brilliant! Eyes down for the pattern, and then a blackout. N, 4 and 3, 43. B, on its own, 5. I, 1 and 7, 17. O, 7 and 1, 71. I, 3 and 0, 30. N, 3 and 7, 37. N, 3 and 5, 35. G, 4 and 9, 49. N, all the fours, 44. G, 5 and 1, 51. I, 2 and 5, 25. O, 6 and 3, 63. G, 5 and 9, 59. N, 3 and 8, 38. I, 2 and 7, 27. G, 5 and 8, 58. G, 4 and 6, 46. G, 4 and 8, 48. O, 7 and 2, 72. O. 6 and 2, 62. B. All the ones, 11. I. 1 and 9, 19. G. 5 and 3, 53. O. 6 and 7, 67. B. On its own, 4. O. 6 and 1, 61. N. 4 and 5, 45. B. On its own, 8. O. All the sixes, 66. N. All the threes, 33. B. 1 and 0, 10. N. 4 and 1, 41. G. 4 and 7, 47. B. On its own, 6. G. 5 and 4, 54. N. 3 and 2, 32.
Bingo!
Anyone else? Great! Eyes down for a blackout. I. 2 and 9, 29. B. On its own, 3. O. 6 and 5, 65. G. 5 and 2, 52. O. 7 and 4, 74. B. 1 and 4, 14. B. On its own, 2. B. 1 and 2, 12. N. 4 and 0, 40. I. 2 and 3, 23. G. 6 and 0, 60. N. 3 and 4, 34. N. 4 and 2, 42. I. 2 and 4, 24. I. 2 and 6, 26. O. 7 and 0, 70. B. 1 and 3, 13.
Bingo!
Anybody else? Congratulations! That's the end of the game! Stay tuned for our next game soon! It's time for some bingo! We're playing American Bingo! Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck! Our first number is B. On its own, 6. N. 3 and 4, 34. I. 3 and 0, 30. B. 1 and 0, 10. O. 6 and 4, 64. G. 4 and 8, 48. O. 6 and 3, 63. G. 4 and 6, 46. N. 3 and 6, 36. I. 2 and 7, 27. N. 4 and 1, 41. I. 1 and 6, 16. O. 7 and 5, 75. G. 6 and 0, 60. N. 3 and 1, 31. N. 3 and 8, 38. I. 1 and 9, 19. I. All the 2s, 22. G. 5 and 3, 53. I. 2 and 8, 28.
Line.
Any others? Superb! Eyes down for the pattern, and then a blackout. O. 6 and 7, 67. B. On its own, 4. B. On its own, 7. G. 4 and 9, 49. B. 1 and 5, 15. B. On its own, 5. O. 7 and 3, 73. B. 1 and 3, 13. G. 5 and 0, 50. N. 4 and 3, 43. I. 1 and 7, 17. O. 7 and 1, 71. N. 4 and 5, 45. B. On its own, 3. I. 1 and 8, 18. N. 4 and 0, 40. G. 5 and 7, 57. G. All the 5s, 55. B. On its own, 2. I. 2 and 4, 24. B. All the 1s, 11. I. 2 and 3, 23. O. 6 and 9, 69. I. 2 and 0, 20.
Bingo!
Any more? Brilliant! Eyes down for a blackout. G. 5 and 6, 56. I. 2 and 6, 26. I. 2 and 5, 25. N. 3 and 9, 39. B. On its own, 8. O. 6 and 8, 68. G. 4 and 7, 47. G. 5 and 2, 52. G. 5 and 8, 58. N. All the fours, 44. N. 4 and 2, 42. B. 1 and 2, 12. N. All the threes, 33. O. 6 and 5, 65. I. 2 and 1, 21. O. 6 and 2, 62. B. 1 and 4, 14. N. 3 and 5, 35. O. 7 and 4, 74. O. 7 and 0, 70. G. 5 and 1, 51.
House.
Any more? Congratulations! Thank you for playing, everyone. The next game will start soon.